Hi, hello. My name is Connor Chope, and I'd like to look over one of my first projects that I ever made at Fanshawe, which was this mini narrative that I named Video Evidence. I showed this to a employer once to try and demonstrate that I could do various roles, but playing it back, I recognized that this video wasn't good. I'll play this through and just kind of say whatever comes to mind.
Oh, poor Victor.
Alright, immediately. So, I've already fucked up. I did not hold onto the protagonist long enough. You basically saw him for a split second, you're like, wait, who? That's my handwriting? And fucking nobody can read my handwriting unless they look at it for a while? I should have asked somebody else to write that, and I should have done this Zoom better. Just so many things within the first 5 seconds.
Wrong spot at the wrong time. Your case was always so important to me. It's unfortunate that we never got to close your case. Even though I did eventually figure out who did it, we simply had to let him go.
I think my audio choice was actually pretty good. I like the music. I seem to have already had a knack for audio levels, since you can hear him. He's not horribly loud, but I definitely should have brought the actor's voice up.
Oh, sir.
Yes.
So, I finally questioned the witnesses that discovered the body.
Finally got some work done, eh?
He's turned around, so I can't hear him. You can hear the finally got some work done, but the what can I say is basically silent. It's impossible to hear.
Well, show me what you got.
Alright, so, seems like the witness...
There should be a cut there. There isn't. They had to memorize so many lines just for one shot because I insisted on having long takes. Okay, I don't really have the authority to tell you no. And also, they're talking quieter because they're closer, but I'm just as far away as I was, so it's even harder to hear them. This is also essential information to the plot, but this section right here is telling you a lot of information, like, hey, it could have been these guys, but we have good evidence that it wasn't, and we don't know who actually did it.
wanted to bring the victim to a party, and so they came on to check on them because they knew that they were going to be in the studio today from class. So when they came across the check, they found him dead.
Well, that matches what she said, except for... Wait, why wouldn't they all not just leave?
Like, this line should make sense, but it doesn't when you play it back.
I don't know. I asked them to leave already.
D, has anyone arrived to the studio since you came?
No, no one's been here, in or out, since 7 a.m., which is when I arrived.
Alright, good. How about we, now that we know that the studio's untouched, we go inside and investigate.
I'd also like to mention that my shaky pan there is due to the fact that I was the only crew member. I was handling a camera, a microphone, I was directing, and I was the writer, all at the same time. It was incredibly difficult for me to pan the camera and also move the microphone without, like, creating that awful that noise. I didn't want that noise in any way. It's incredibly hard to move a camera and a microphone without making that noise and without causing a jerky pan. So I had to give up one, and I liked the audio more.
Alright, D, you do an autopsy. Fan, you do a quick sweep of the place. I'm gonna look for the more obvious...
Admittedly cool shot. Not entirely planned, a little spur of the moment, but I thought this shot in my head, and I did not think it would be as cool as it is.
set evidence. And then we go to the entrance when we're done. Ready?
We didn't have time to retake. The clap I thought would have been fine, but he was speaking and clapping at the same time, and I did not account for that. At the time, I was like, oh, it's fine, I'll just bring it down at the clap and bring it back up at his line, but he was speaking and clapping at the exact same time, so it was not good. And for whatever reason, I decided to not cut it. Maybe I just thought it needed the extra line and wouldn't have been good without it. I'm gonna play it back without the ready and just hear how it sounds.
Alright, D, you do an autopsy. Fan, you do a quick sweep of the place. I'm gonna look for the more obvious evidence. And then we go to the entrance when we're done.
Like, that should have been it. Right there, yeah. I definitely think that the ready was completely unnecessary.
It's cool!
Having fun?
Hey, I was just trying to be thorough.
Yes, and I'm sure the blackboard has the real killer's name on it.
Hey, you're just jealous that you're not shadowing under him, or do you not remember the verdict of his last case?
The case was inconclusive, and though you may think otherwise, Shaw is human, and sometimes he can't find enough evidence to make the case.
I fucking hated this. I did not need to include this. There's no reason for it. It's so bad, honestly.
Guys, we're in the middle of an investigation. What did you find?
The fatal blow was certainly from a fall, most likely from the ladder.
I found jack shit. Which means all our evidence is right in front of us.
So from what I can tell, he was up on the ladder with the light.
Hey, we're low on time, so I'm just going to do myself a favor and cut out the parts I don't have much to say about.
Let's look at the recording now.
This final scene actually had decent framing, but my inexperience with the camera meant that I didn't notice how awful the picture looked. In addition, this was shot right at the end of the shoot, so my actors had already changed out of their costumes and into their normal outfits. I should have noticed this at the time, or tried to fix the picture in the edit.
The hell is that?
I guess that's the end of the recording. Just another inconclusive case. Lost to time.
In conclusion, there was a lot of good things here. There were some cool shots with interesting framing. I had a script which was poorly made, but had good ideas, and although I was the only crew member and we shot everything in super long takes all in the same day, I still think it came out quite nicely. However, if I was given the chance to redo this film, it would most certainly be unrecognizable from the original, with how much I'd want to change.